Hello, my name is Jasmine, and I'm the Teen Librarian and Teen Volunteer Coordinator at the Lamont Public Library District. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few titles you can find here at the library for the month of November. At the end, I'll also be telling you about teen programs we're offering and service hour opportunities that you might be interested in. Let's get started. The Crimson Throne by Sarah Raish and Beth Revis. Samson Caltrope's curse has isolated him from everyone he has ever cared about. So when the opportunity arises to break the curse, he grabs it. All he has to do for his freedom is risk his life and become a royal spy, using every bit of the skills and resolve he's picked up on the streets of London to infiltrate the court of the Scottish Queen and uncover a plot to assassinate Queen Elizabeth. For years, Alyth Grantham has been protecting Mary, Queen of Scots, from threats both physical and magical, including the Queen's own husband, Lord Darnley. Alyth is more than meets the eye, though. The child of a Fey prince and a human mother, she is among the most powerful protectors in Scotland, guardians sworn to defend against the Redcaps, a bloodthirsty Fey clan that Lord Darnley is in league with to overtake Scotland. As Alyth and Samson circle each other in the volatile and glamorous Scottish court, both seek to uncover threats to their own countries. They have one unifying link: their shared hatred and suspicion of Lord Darnley, and their undeniable pull towards each other. Using secret codes, hidden messages, and a little bit of magic, Alyth and Samson unravel a plot centuries in the making. Lord Darnley is only a pawn, and in this game the Queen takes all. Read-alikes include The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith and This Woven Kingdom by Tarith Maifi. A Dark Forgetting by Kristen Ciccarelli. No matter how far she runs, the forest always comes for Emmeline Lark, haunting her with its mysterious disappearances and its tale of fey magic. When her grandfather goes missing, Emmeline is forced to venture into the woods to save him. There, Hawthorne Fell, a handsome and brooding tith collector, brutally tries to dissuade her from searching, even as a magnetic spark ignites between them. Undeterred, Emmeline enters the court of the fabled Wood King and makes a deal, her voice for her grandfather's freedom. Little does she know, she's stumbled into a curse that threatens the very existence of this eerie world she is now trapped in. To survive, she'll need to team up with the fiery yet secretive Hawthorne. If she fails, she'll lose everything she holds dear. Read-alikes include The Swan's Daughter by Vashani Kakshi and The Prince of Morning by Jen Bennett. The House Sapphire by Marissa Meyer. Mallory Fontaine is a fraud. Though she comes from a long line of witches, the only magic she possesses is the ability to see ghosts, which is rarely as useful as one would think. She and her sister have maintained the family business, eking out a paltry living by selling bogus spells to gullible buyers and conducting tours of the infamous mansion where the first of the Sapphire murders took place. Mallory is a self-proclaimed expert on Count Bastien Sapphire, otherwise known as Monsieur Le Bleu, who brutally killed 3 of his wives more than a century ago. But she never expected to meet Bastien's great-great-grandson and heir to the Sapphire estate. Armand is handsome, wealthy, and convinced that the Fontaine sisters are as talented as they claim. The perfect mark. When he offers Mallory a large sum of money to rid his ancestral home of Le Bleu's ghost, she can't resist. A paid vacation at Armand's country manor? It's practically a dream come true. Never mind the ghosts of murdered wives and the monsters that are as common as household pests. But when murder again comes to the House Sapphire, Mallory finds herself at the center of the investigation, and she's almost certain the killer is mortal. If she has any hope of cashing in on the payment she was promised, she'll have to solve the murder and banish the ghost, all while upholding the illusion of witchcraft. But all sounds relatively easy compared to her biggest challenge, learning to trust her heart, especially when the person her heart wants the most might be a murderer himself. Read-alikes include Belladonna by Adeline Grace and House of Salt and Sorrows by Aaron A. Craig. Meant to Be by Katie Ciccarelli Cook. Emma Sherman left without saying goodbye, and her best friend Aiden is furious. He knew Emma was thinking of leaving their quaint New England town of Briar Glen for boarding school in New York City. She has shown him her acceptance letter at Couple Joe, their go-to coffee shop, over a mug of their favorite peppermint hot chocolate, before he got the chance to confess his true feelings for her. Emma knows she shouldn't have left without saying goodbye, no matter how frosty things got between them, especially now that Emma is back in town and she's brought her new boyfriend Sam to visit for the holidays. Talk about icy conditions. As things grow colder between them, Emma and Aiden must find a way to repair their friendship, but this time, even a peppermint hot chocolate might not be enough to break the ice. Read-alikes include The Christmas Clash by Suzanne Park and All the Jingle Ladies by Beth Gerard. Never Seen the Stars by Kate Korsh. Hattie Murphy thinks the universe hates her. She has a secret. She has the same genetic eye disease as her father and is slowly going blind, like he did. Nobody knows, not her friends, not her family. As if that weren't hard enough. Hattie's good friend Mason drowns unexpectedly, leaving their friend group shattered. After Mason's death, Hattie isn't ready to let go. There are too many things left unsaid between them. But while it's hard for her to find her seat in the dim light of the church at Mason's funeral, Hattie finds that she can see something no one else can, Mason's ghost. And when he speaks, teasing her the way he always did, it's clear their chemistry hasn't changed. Sometimes when Mason visits her, Hattie can pretend that everything is how it used to be. But the longer Hattie keeps her secret, the harder it is to deny the truth. Her eyesight is getting worse, and she's mourning not just Mason, but the life she thought she'd have. Hattie is sick of being told that the only way to heal is to move on, because how can she move on if it means losing Mason forever? Read-alikes include Not If I See You First by Eric Lindstrom and 100 Days of Sunlight by Abby Emmons. The Same Backwards as Forward by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Hannah Rooney knows how to be invisible. At 20, she keeps her head down and her eyes open, and so far she's managed to avoid being pulled into the dealings of her notorious criminal family. Hannah lives her life in countdown mode, biding her time in nursing school as she waits for her beloved sister Kaylee to turn 18 so Hannah can get them both far, far away from Rockaway Watch and start a new life. Tobias Hawthorne II acts every inch the entitled heir that he is. As the only son of the country's richest men, there isn't a door that isn't open to him. Yet behind his razor-sharp cheekbones and devil-may-care attitude, Toby is guarding a nest of deadly secrets and a fiery anger fierce enough to burn everything in his path. Their lives collide in one tragic stormy night where an act of arson in nature leaves Kylie and 2 others dead and Toby just barely alive, with no memory of who he is. The fisherman who pulls him from the ocean enlists Hannah to help save the very person she knows took away her sister. Fueled by her hatred, Hannah is determined to deny Toby's death wish by keeping him alive. He is the last person that she should ever develop feelings for, and she's the first thing he ever remembers seeing. Some things cannot happen, and some things cannot be stopped. Read-alikes include Cracked Kingdom by Aaron Watt and 11 Paper Hearts by Kelsey Hotwell. We Fell Apart by E. Lockhart. The invitation arrives out of the blue. In it, Matilda discovers a father she's never met. Kingsley Cello is a visionary, a recluse artist, and when he asks her to spend the summer at his seaside home, Hidden Beach, Matilda expects to find a part of herself she's never fully understood. Instead, she finds Mir, her long-lost open-hearted brother, Brock, a former child star battling demons, and brooding wild Tatum, who just wants her to leave their crumbling sanctuary. With Kingsley nowhere to be seen, Matilda must delve into the twisted heart of Hidden Beach to uncover the answers she's desperately craving. But secrets run thicker than blood, and blood runs like seawater, and everyone here is lying. Read-alikes include Where Secrets Lie by Ava V. Gibson and Secrets So Deep by Jenny Meyer Sain. Under a Fire-Red Sky by Geraldine McCracken. With World War II on their doorstep, the children of Greenwich, England, are being evacuated. On the train meant to take them to safety, 4 of them decide they aren't ready to leave home. They climb out the carriage window just in time, forging an unlikely friendship. With their school taken over by the fire service, they spend their days trying to be useful. Lawrence is building a secret machine. Jemmy searches bombed-out homes for things of value, only to find an adorable mutt she can't ever give away. Franklin wants to join the fire service, even if it means lying about his age. Olive looks after her father, haunted by the deaths of his fellow firemen. Together, the four friends roam the streets of London, discovering their resilience amongst the secrets of the city. But as the Blitz unleashes a barrage of bombs, turning the sky ragged with flames, can they keep one another safe? Reader likes include Under the Same Stars by Libby Bray and Alice by Stephen Sater. On to graphic novels. On Starlit Shores by Bex Gleningden. Alex Wilson hasn't been back to Indigo Harbor, the seaside village where she grew up, in years. In fact, she can barely remember anything about it. But when her grandmother dies unexpectedly, Alex will have to return to her childhood home to say goodbye. Accompanied by her best friend Grim, Alex travels back to her hometown and begins cleaning out her grandmother's house. But the longer they stay, the stranger things get. Indigo Harbor isn't your average town. There are falling stars, witches running tea shops, and a name that comes up again and again: Elizabeth. Who was this woman, and how did she know Alex's grandmother? As she explores the town and sorts through her grandmother's belongings, Alex connects with her past and tries with increasing desperation to uncover the greatest secret of all, the identity of the mysterious Elizabeth. Tackling grief, acceptance, and how to honor a loved one's life, this graphic novel is perfect for readers who love the dark matter of Mona Starr, Girl from the Sea, and the Magic Fish. Angelica and the Bear Prince by Trung Le Nguyen. Angelica was the girl who could do it all, until suddenly she couldn't. Burnout hit hard. Now, after some very low moments, she's ready to get her life back together, thanks to her friends and one very surprising source of comfort: a bear. Perry is the mascot of the local theater. He's been sending Angelica supportive messages from his social. They've become friends, and Angelica might even have a crush. Determined to find the human behind the bear costume, Angelica gets an internship at the theater. She might never go back to being the girl who can do everything, but perhaps she is becoming the girl who can magically have it all. Reader likes include The Cartographer by Amy Zhang and Please Be My Star by Victoria Grace Elliott. Always Raining Here by Hazel and Belle. Carter is an impulsive, fun-loving, extremely gay teen on a mission to finally hooking up with his cute single guy who will have him. Unfortunately, his options are slim. Enter recently single Adrian, Carter's very cute, hard-working, and stressed-out target who rebuffs all of his clumsy seduction techniques. Adrian initially plays along, but slams on the brakes when he realizes he is still in love with his ex. After a messy, uninhibited night at a house party that results in Carter helping both Adrian and his best friend Maria, the two boys form a tentative friendship. As their friendship progresses, though, countless hangouts and a few too many pizza slices, the two become integral to one another. But can their vague relationship survive their first official hookup? Adrian's self-destructiveness and a big fight that threatens any chance of either confessing. Reader likes include Heartstopper by Alice Osman and Everyone Sucks But You by Kate Rowan. This fall, for tween and teen programs, we're doing 100 books before graduation, where you can read 100 books before graduating, log them through your Beanstack account, and win prizes on the way to 100. For service hours, we have Teen Volunteer Squad, At Your Service programs, Teens and Tots Lego Adventures, You Don't Look Sus, and our Character Pen Pal letter writing program. You can come in and pick up a kit to write letters to children as their favorite characters. We also have book reviews and advanced reader book reviews where you get to keep the title after reviewing it. I also make teen take and makes each month if you're looking for a quick craft to complete at home. This month's craft kit is Dinosaur Origami to celebrate Dino-Vember. If you would like any more information about programs or service hour opportunities, you can contact me at jwilkerson@lamontlibrary.org. Have a good night.